Hey guys, I'm doing a home workout today. There are few reasons for that. First of all, that I wanted to test the microphone that was really the problem with the voice. So currently there's no one around here. There's no music. There's no wind gushing, and there's no noise. It's very quiet here. So I think the voice is really fine. Second thing is that I wanted to have that clarity in the voice, and I also wanted to explain uh, with a deeper understanding of the workouts that I do, which was really not happening in the gym. Thirdly, is that why I like to do workouts at the gym or at the home gym is because of the fact that when I started my fitness journey, it all started upstairs on the first floor where I did my first push-ups. Then after that, there was this multi machine which was at home. It was also on first floor, so I started doing my workouts from 4 to 5 back in 2011 and 12, and for 1 hour. And I used to do all the exercise. It's a mix that I used to do full body workout, and I did it all alone. After that, there were fewer times. Also, my first YouTube video was also in the home only. So I don't feel like going to gym always because I had that internal switch that I can turn it on anytime that I want to and work out. Similarly, is the case with the COVID that I have this bicycle with me here, the stationary bike, and I used to do 1.5 hours of bike at my home with just music in my ears. So I have that internal motivation. I also very much connect with the Sam Select videos which he makes because he mostly works out alone, and that's how he started his journey. And I think that could be a very um, sweet spot for me, that I start my journey from home. Also, I also show how do I work out from home. It's always not possible to go to gym when you are working when you are taking vlogging as a hobby and also working alongside. So that's why I wanted to make video at the home gym today. And yeah, let's hit some back. Okay, let's go. I'm going to start my workout now, and because of the time crunch that I have on my schedule right now, what I'm going to do today is a giant set. Now let me explain what a giant set is. A giant set is clubbing 3 or 4 exercises together and doing them back to back to back. And after you complete one set of those clubbed exercises, you take a 2 minute rest and perform them again for second or the third set as you have planned for yourself. Now, what I'm going to do in the second set is I'm also going to add some drop sets to really hammer that and save my time. Um, it also the other latent function of doing a giant set. A latent function is something which is unintended, is that it also helps build endurance and a little bit helps you build that cardiovascular health because you're doing exercises back and forth. Then I'm gonna switch over to biceps, which will also be a superset of cable curls and dumbbell curls. And after that, I'll do some rope curls and some forearms. Well, that's a lot of in my schedule. I think I'll have just 70 minutes to complete all these workouts. It's really hard for me right now to record all the videos, so I'm just going to show you one set of each exercise, how to perform it. Maybe I wanted to make a cinematic shot, but I don't have any personnel to help me here. So I kind of I kind of wanted that one shot where I'm doing all those giant sets and there's no break in between. But I have to make do with what I have. And yeah, just let me know if there's still voice issues because there's no one around here. There's no music. It's in my ears. There's only fan, and that's also on number one power. So they are not too loud. Maybe the wind is also not gushing here. So that's really going to be helpful for me. So let's start the workout. Let's go. Yes. So the very first exercise that we are going to do That's straight arm pull downs. Then we will go towards having some rows. Let's start with it. It's quite heavy. 6, 7. No. Different gyms have a different feel to the weights, and the weights that I lift in the gym, which are of metal plates, have a different feel. And when I do it here, which are plates filled with sand, it's something really different. Let's head on to next exercise. It's going to be a heavy one. But it's going to be a heavy exercise. So what I will do with the row is, it's a low angle row, so it will target more of your upper back and mid back. If you are driving your elbows closer to your belly, it will target the lower legs. The good thing about using a rope is when you release the weight, you can have more stretch, and when you contract the weight, you can really open it. You have the flexibility of twisting your arms the way you like it. I think I'll increase the weight. That's some different shit. The machine itself moved. I need to have some counterweights. Yes. Now this one. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, the machine itself moved. Now, lat pull downs, close supinated grip. I'll go as heavy as I can. Because of the setup that I have here, I have limited range of motion, so that's why I have to lean back a little so that I can have more range of motion, but still I cannot fully open up my lats. The best way that I can do is with single arm lat pull downs, which may be included at the end of the workout. But the good thing is that I have constant tension on my legs because of the limited range of motion. This is one great exercise for targeting your upper back, traps, and rear delt. You know, I was talking about the lat pull downs that I don't have the liberty to fully stretch my lats. But there used to be exercise that I used to do when I'm working out at home. I nearly forgot that. I lie down here on this bench, not fully, just till here, and then I'll pull this behind my back. So it will be behind the back lat pull downs while leaning on this bench. It's really going to target that lats very much, the outer lats, and give that width to the body. Let's do this. Let's do this exercise. I'm doing it after a very long time. Now you see that I can fully stretch my arms and fully contract my lats. You know, when I was doing this set, there was a topic that clicked in my mind about which I wanted to talk to you about from a very long time. It's a little philosophical in nature. It's about the resources that we have at our disposal and how to make the efficient and the best use of our resources. You know, I've seen newer generation which is coming, the Gen Alpha and the Gen Zs, who are trying to get everything aligned perfectly before they start something or implement the ideas that they have. You know, I grew up in a family where my family provided me the best amenities that they could, but still they lacked the resources. My family grew up in such an environment, in such an era where resources were scarce, and yet they proved themselves to be successful in their own way. Why I'm trying to say this? You know, I had these machines at home. I see people going to gym, taking energy drinks, which is fine with them. You know, I even now I didn't take any pre-workout because I don't really need them. What I'm seeing is that people are getting addicted to that perfect environment, to have that perfect uh, ecosystem where they can have the perfect workout. It's not about that. Bodybuilding has always been about finding yourself. It's about improving. It has to be related to life. You know, if I'm in a gym, for me, it's a microcosm of the life. How you are getting beat down, how you are getting insecurities, how you are underconfident about lifting weights, how you are underconfident about speaking to people, how you're going to grow through the discomfort that you're getting. Those things have to be related to life. You don't have to bring your life into the gym. You just have to learn from the gym. Right now, the exercise that I didn't have the full range of motion in my legs, but what I did, I circled around it. I tried to find my way with limited resources, and that has been the story of this world. That has been the fight all along. Was for it was for resources. The wars were fought for resources, and you will have to make do with the resources that are at your disposal to make the efficient use for it. That's how governments operate, because needs and wants are unlimited. Everybody wants something, something other, something. But do we have the resources? Relations. I know I don't want it to be a philosophical lecture. I just want to say to you, things are never going to be perfect. They are not going to be according to you. You'll have to find your ways. Go out for a run if you cannot go to a gym. Do some push-ups at home. Do some exercise at home. At least you will have something which is better than nothing. Just try to have that. And once you try to incorporate those ideas and implement that whatever you call it in real life, you will see yourself changing, and your perception changes towards the world and to the situations around you. And I would like to conclude this by saying that you have control over your choices. You really do. But you do not have the control over the consequences of your choices. I see a lot of people who are bickering about I'm going through this and that and what's or not. Huh? Nobody cares. Nobody literally cares. And maybe I do. I'll care for about 5 minutes. But when you step out in the world again, what are they going to do? What's the world going to do to you? They're going to crush you. They'll feed on your emotionality and try to exploit you. Don't let that happen to you. Now, back to sets. I have this OTG grips, which is called on the go grips. First time that I've seen this was when Wesley Wizards, who is a Olympia level classic bodybuilder, using them. The best part about this grip is that it perfectly fits your palms. You put this middle part just below your middle finger, and it perfectly grips it. That's called ergonomics. I really like the ergonomics of this grip, and that's really helpful. So I'm going to do the earliest set which I did was with ropes. Now I'm going to do the rows with these grips, and it's going to be a drop set. So let's jump into it. Oh, the burn is unbearable. There's not much room here to create different angles. To have, a long, a wide, a downward shot, an upward shot. But it's okay. I really like it. I'm really enjoying the process of making vlogs. It's really like talking to your inner child, and also about inspiring others, sharing what you learned over the years. And that's how I also learned over the years. I didn't have anyone to tell me. I just used to watch videos, learn some free content, did my certification course, and that's how I learned what's bodybuilding. And along the journey, I came quite far. Now it's my time to give it back to the society and to the young generation who's much more confused. Yet, information. Somebody just burned crackers. I think the boys just, would have disturbed by that. It's okay. I think I'm getting brain fog now. I cannot think of any more stories to tell you. Well, there are ample of stories that I can share with you right now. But fact of the matter is, if I share all my stories right now, right here, will you come to watch my other videos? No. That's why. Hold on, hold your horses. You'll get to know them over months and years because this content is going to come again and again. I'm completed with my giant sets now, and I reserved this exercise for the last because I wanted to teach you something that can only be mimicked on a cable machine. So we do bent over single arm dumbbell rows, but I don't have the leverage of having that much of a weight at home right now. Soon I'll have that. So what I try to do is my lever is attached to this machine, which is a lower pulley on which I was doing rows. I do nothing. I just simply mimic the dumbbell rows. But there's a thing, there's a hook in it. When you perform a dumbbell row, it's from this position. But because of the positioning of the pulley, my hand will get stretched. So from the initial pull movement, you will feel that your lats are getting activated. Now, if you want more activation, put your hands like this only and just switch over to your right hand side. Now you will feel that your lower lats are already activated. And when you do this, you will feel a deeper stretch in your muscle. Now you can replicate it in your gym by putting a hand on the bench and simply, pulling this cable. What I'm also going to show you right now. First the normal one and then the twisted one. So this one, five. Now that's how I did it. I lower the weight, and what I will do is I'll take the same stance. I'll activate it, move towards the right side, and now pull the weight. Now you will feel more stretch in your lower lats and your mid back. And where did I learn this? I learned this from Charles Glass, who is a trainer at Gold's Gym in Venice, which is the Mecca of bodybuilding. Drop set, 7 more. 7, 6. I'll do the same thing with my left hand. Once I complete it, I'll see you there on the other side. Not that other side, this worldly other side. Finally, the workout is over. I skipped my biceps for tomorrow to do with my push movement, which is also in my protocol. I actually did rope curls for my brachialis muscles, but since I'm short on time and I really have to hurry, I have to go for a run to complete my daily cardio. So there are a lot of things that I shared with you today, and one of the philosophical topics that I really talked to you about, I don't know how it may come out to people, but sometimes reality has to be thrown in front of the people on their face just to let them know that what it actually feels like. Just enjoy the videos. I always say this, that you guys are the real deal, guys, because you really come out here, you really try to spend your time, learn, and also tell me what can be the little improvements that can be done. So I'm really trying that I can work on my voice issues. That's really working. I also saw my videos in between that the voice is not an issue anymore. Although I need to upgrade my mic because this is just a standard mic, I need to have a professional vlogging mic that will come in soon because of the budgetary constraints. Because I've spent so much into my camera, into my phone, into my microphone, tripods, and also the other things. There are small things which you don't think about, but once you purchase some things, you have to buy that. So, because of the budgetary constraints, I'm not investing much right now. But soon, as I grow and approach, and you guys show support to me, and once the monetization on this channel starts, and that's a long journey. Uh, so I want to supplement this hobby through my YouTube income only. If that really pans out, that's really good for me. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time. Do let me know what other things that I can add, what I can tell you about, what if there's the lighting is not good or anything like this. But since I'm at home, I think I made the most efficient use of my resources here, and that's what I can leave you with. So see you next time in next video. Bye bye guys.